A chartered accountant in practice has been suspended from practice for a period of 6 months, and he had surrendered his certificate of practice for the said period. During the said period of suspension, though the member did not undertake any audit assignments, he undertook representation assignment in income tax, whereby he would appear before the tax authorities in his capacity as a chartered accountant. Now, how do you deal with this from the point of view of ethics? First of all, CA who is not holding any certificate of practice, he cannot take up any work because it will be a violation of relevant provision of Chartered Accountant Act 1949. You are not having a COP, you are not supposed to take any work actually here, any work, and it is not permissible. Now, in this case, actually, in the case where the member is suspended and he is not having, suppose say he is not holding COP, he cannot in any other capacity take up the practice separable from the capacity of practice as a member of the institute. You cannot take up in any other capacity, it is not permissible. He can take up only in the capacity of the member. Because this, once a person becomes a member of institute, he is bound by the provision of Chartered Accountant Act 1949 and its regulation. Okay, it appears before the income tax authority that he is only doing so in his capacity as a chartered accountant and a member of the institute, having bound by the said act and its regulation made thereunder. He cannot then set the regulations at naught by contending that even though he continues to be a member and has been punished by suspension, he would be entitled to practice in some other capacity. So that's the thing. So definitely it's a violation. Actually, he is bound by the CA Act 1949 regulations, and he cannot set the regulations as a naught by contending that even though he continues to be a member but he has been punished by suspension, he would be entitled to practice in some other capacity. So suppose say if he wants to appear as a capacity of tax practitioner, that is also not permissible. So in this case, the CA is not allowed to appear before income tax authority in any other capacity, like as a tax practitioner. No, he cannot. So accordingly, he will be guilty of the professional misconduct. Once you are bound, once you are a CA, you are bound by the provision of the CA Act 1949. Great question, excellent question.